Hello, second graders. It's Miss Whitman. Today we are going to be learning about something very important. We are going to be learning about the shorthand on the clock, the hour hand. We're going to learn how to tell time with hours, and we're going to learn that each hour has its own bedroom. What? Miss Whitman, are you going crazy? Clocks and time can't have bedrooms. Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Let's take a look. I've got some clocks down here, and I want to start by looking at this one. So on this clock, there are two hands. The green hand right here is the hour hand, and the red hand right here is the long minute hand. Now, minutes on a clock are easier to read than the hour because each of these little lines on the clock right here represents 1 minute. So if we go around and if we counted all of the minutes and got back to the minute line, we would know that this is the 40-minute line. An easy way to count is by 5. So we could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. The minute hand has landed right here. So we know that the minutes on this clock are 40 because the minutes come after the colon. But what about this hour hand? The hours on the clock are represented by the 12 numbers that go all the way around the clock. But if you look at this hour hand, it's pointing in between the 2 and the 3. So is it 2 o'clock or is it 3 o'clock? This is where we have to learn about the bedrooms that the numbers on the clock live in. Let me show you what I mean. The big numbers on this clock, the 12 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, each have their own bedroom. The clock is like one big house with 12 rooms. Let's start with the number 12. The number 12, our 12's bedroom, is from here to here, right until the 1 line. This is where the 12 sleeps, eats, has birthday parties, invites their friends over, keeps their stuffed animals. This is our 12. So if the hour hand ever points anywhere in between 12 and 1, it's in the 12's bedroom. So the hour would be 12 o'clock, and then you'd figure out the minutes. But on this clock today, the hour hand is pointing in between the 2 and 3. So let's keep going with our bedrooms and see if we can figure out which hour it is. Okay, so the 1 o'clock's bedroom is from the 1 right here all the way until the start of the 2 line. This is 1 o'clock's bedroom. This is where they sleep, where they eat, where they have parties, where they watch movies, where they jump on their pogo stick. This is the 1 o'clock's bedroom. So if the hour hand ever points anywhere between the 1 and the 2, we know it's 1 o'clock. Now we've made it to the bedroom of where our hour hand is pointing today. The 2 o'clock's bedroom starts right here at the 2 line and goes all the way till the beginning of the 3 line. This is the 2 o'clock's bedroom. 2 o'clock lives all right here. This is where they party, where they sleep, where they eat, where they use the bathroom. This is 2 o'clock. Now, if you notice our hour hand today, our hour hand is this green line right here. It's pointing, and look, it lands within the 2 o'clock bedroom. So our time today on this clock is 2:40 because our minute hand we figured out was at the 40-minute line, and our hour hand was in the 2 o'clock hour's bedroom. Okay, if you were a little bit confused by this, don't worry. We've got more clocks on this page today that we are going to look at and be able to figure out what Miss Whitman is exactly talking about today. Okay, let's look at this clock and see if we can figure out which hour bedroom this hour hand is pointing to or going through. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pen, and we're going to draw from 12 to 1. This right here, section of the clock, is the 12 o'clock hour bedroom. This section right here, in between the 1 and the 2, is the 1 o'clock hour bedroom. And then this section right here, between the 2 and the 3, is the 2 o'clock bedroom, just like in this clock that we found the hour hand over here was pointing to the 2 o'clock hour bedroom. Now here between the 3 and the 4 is the 3 o'clock bedroom. Between the 4 and the 5 is the 4 o'clock bedroom. Between the 5 and the 6 is the 5 o'clock bedroom. Between the 6 and the 7 is the 7, not 7. Miss Woodman skipped ahead. It is the 6 o'clock bedroom. And then between the 7 and 8, it is the 7 o'clock bedroom. And then over here, between the 8 and the 9, is the 8 o'clock bedroom. So we found out which bedroom the arrow is pointing through. Okay, so we know this is the 8 o'clock hour bedroom, from this section of the clock to this section of the clock up here. So if we look at the hour hand one more time, we can see that it's pointing straight through the 8 o'clock bedroom, because if it was pointing from here to here, it would be 8 o'clock. So the hour on this clock is 8 o'clock, because the hour hand is pointing through the 8 o'clock bedroom, which is from here to here. Now we can look at the minute hand to discover what minute this is on. So if we count by fives, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. The minutes on this clock is 20. So the time on this clock is 8:20. Let's do one more to practice. Okay, so we're looking at this clock. We want to figure out which hour this clock is showing. What is the green short hour hand pointing to? So let's go back and look at our rooms. This is the 12 o'clock room, 1 o'clock room, 2 o'clock room, 3 o'clock room, 4 o'clock room, 5 o'clock room. This is the 5 o'clock room, and we can see that the green hour hand is pointing straight through the 5 o'clock room. So I know the hour on this clock has to be 5 o'clock. Now let's look at the minute hand to figure out what the minutes are. We need to count by fives for the minutes. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20. This is 5:20. All right, boys and girls, if you are still confused about the clock rooms and the hour hand, watch this video one more time so that it makes sense to you. A trick that I want you to remember is that when you're looking at the hour hand, you always want to go to the number that is back from it, not the one that it's closest to. Because on this clock right here, if you can see, the hour hand is closer to the 7 than it is to the 6. But this hour hand is not 7 o'clock. This hour hand is in the 6 o'clock bedroom, because the 6 o'clock bedroom goes from here to here, and it's pointing straight through it. So this hour is 6. Just remember, it's not always the number it's closest to. It's the bedroom that it's going through. That's what you need to remember when you're telling time on this type of clock. So I hope you have fun today with clocks, and I hope that it doesn't drive you too crazy, because sometimes it can feel like really overwhelming and really like, ah! But just remember that it's okay to make mistakes, and you need to take things one day at a time, and then the sun will come out and the birds will sing and you will feel so happy about yourself. I'm excited to see all the fun things that you do with clocks this week. Bye!